Have you ever wondered if it's actually better to live alone as you grow older? What if being single in old age offers more freedom, peace and joy than you ever imagined? We often hear that having a partner is essential for a happy and fulfilling life, especially in our golden years. But what if I told you that living solo could actually provide you with more benefits than staying in a relationship in today's video? We're going to dive into the surprising advantages of being single as you age, from complete independence to the freedom to pursue your passions. We'll explore how being on your own can lead to a more peaceful, healthier, and even more fulfilling life. Stick around, you might just start looking at old age in a whole new way. Insight number 1: complete freedom and independence. When you're single in old age, you experience a level of freedom that many take for granted. You no longer have to compromise on what time you wake up, what you eat for breakfast, or how you spend your day. You are completely in control of your routine. And there's something incredibly liberating about that. There's no one to answer to, no one to accommodate, and no one to adjust. Your plans for your life becomes yours to design. And that flexibility can bring a profound sense of satisfaction and autonomy. Let me tell you a story about a woman named Margaret, who's in her early 80s after her husband passed away a few years ago. Margaret was initially unsure about how she would cope with living alone, but over time she began to rediscover the beauty of solitude. She developed a daily routine that suited her perfectly. She wakes up at 6:30 a.m., enjoys a quiet cup of coffee while reading, and then takes a leisurely walk in her garden. In the evenings, she always enjoys watching her favorite shows, unworried about the noise or interruptions of a partner. For Margaret, this simple independence has transformed her days into a peaceful flow of activities that she loves on her own terms. This sense of freedom extends beyond daily routines. It affects how you approach every aspect of life. When you don't have to negotiate every decision with someone else, your mind is free to focus on what truly matters to you. No more bending your plans around someone else's schedule, and no more settling for things that don't bring you joy. Whether it's traveling when you want, indulging in hobbies without feeling guilty, or simply spending time with people who lift you up, the ability to make decisions entirely for yourself can be one of the greatest pleasures of being single in later years. What makes this freedom so meaningful is the deep sense of peace. It brings the absence of constant negotiations, compromises, and sometimes even conflicts. Allows for a calm and predictable lifestyle. You can sleep in if you want, eat dinner early or late, and choose to have a quiet evening with a book or a lively conversation with friends. The control you have over your time means you're living without the pressure of having to meet anyone else's needs or expectations, which in turn enhances both your mental and emotional well-being. In the end, the joy of being able to live life on your own terms is irreplaceable, while some may view it as lonely or isolating. Many older adults like Margaret find it to be a source of great fulfillment. They appreciate the serenity that comes with knowing their days are their own to shape, without needing to compromise or worry about anyone else's schedule. And in a world that often demands constant adjustments, there's something incredibly powerful about finally being able to do what feels right for you. Insight number 2: financial autonomy. One of the most significant benefits of being single in old age is the complete control you have over your finances when you're living alone. There's no need to consult with a partner or make compromises on spending, saving, or budgeting. Every financial decision, big or small, is yours to make, and that level of independence can be incredibly empowering. You don't have to share your paycheck, decide together how to allocate funds, or navigate disagreements about money. You manage everything based on your own priorities, needs, and desires. Take the story of Alice, a 72-year-old woman who had been married for over 40 years. Her husband John was the primary breadwinner, and although Alice had a part-time job, they often disagreed on how to spend their money. After John passed away, Alice found herself suddenly in charge of her own financial affairs. At first it was overwhelming, but as she learned to manage her finances on her own, she realized how much more freedom she had. She was able to cut out unnecessary expenses, prioritize her own savings, and even take a small vacation without worrying about whether John would approve. Alice found that managing her money her way gave her a sense of pride and independence she never had before. The financial autonomy that comes with being single in old age also means you're able to make decisions that align more closely with your values. You're no longer bound by the financial compromises that may have been necessary in a partnership. You can choose how to spend your money on things that matter most to you, whether that's investing in health, supporting causes you care about, or simply saving for future security. This flexibility allows you to create a financial plan that best suits your goals without needing to worry about external opinions or expectations. Furthermore, having control over your finances provides a deep sense of peace and stability. Many older adults experience anxiety about money as they age, worrying about how long their savings will last or how they'll cover unexpected expenses. But when you're managing your finances on your own terms, you have the freedom to be more strategic and prepared, whether it's setting up automatic bill payments, reviewing your budget monthly, or adjusting your savings. Knowing you're in full control of your financial future can ease many of those worries. In the end, financial independence in old age means more than just freedom. It provides security and peace of mind. When you don't have to answer to anyone else's financial priorities, you can feel confident in the choices you make and the lifestyle you live for. Alice and many others like her managing her finances on her own has not only given her a sense of control, but has also allowed her to embrace the peace that comes from knowing she is financially self-sufficient and prepared for whatever the future holds. Insight number 3: emotional freedom. One of the most profound benefits of being single in old age is the emotional freedom it provides. When you live alone, there's no emotional baggage to carry, no unresolved conflicts to navigate, and no one to manage your emotions for you. You don't have to constantly worry about someone else's mood, needs, or expectations. Instead, you have the space to focus solely on your own emotional well-being. This freedom from the emotional complexities of a relationship can lead to a greater sense of peace and emotional stability in your later years. Consider the story of Ruth, a 78-year-old woman who spent much of her life in an emotionally draining marriage. Her husband Robert was distant and often critical, leaving Ruth feeling unsupported and undervalued. When Robert passed away, Ruth initially felt lost. She had been so used to managing their relationship's ups and downs that the sudden change was jarring. However, as time went on, Ruth began to notice a surprising shift. She found herself feeling lighter and more at ease with no constant pressure or tension in her daily life. The emotional weight she had carried for so long had lifted, and she was able to finally embrace peace and tranquility. Ruth rediscovered the joy of living without the constant emotional turmoil of trying to make a relationship work. Being single allows you to focus on emotional growth without the distractions or stress of a partner. You have the freedom to work on yourself, process your feelings, and heal from past experiences without worrying about how they might affect someone else. This can lead to a deeper understanding of your own emotional needs and a greater sense of self-awareness. In Ruth's case, she took the time to reflect on her own desires and goals, something she had neglected while trying to keep her marriage intact. As a result, she grew stronger emotionally and found joy in her own company, something she never thought possible when she was constantly worried about her relationship. Furthermore, avoiding the stress of an ongoing relationship allows you to experience a calmer, more stable emotional state. Relationships can be challenging, and the older we get, the more we may feel that the emotional drama and conflicts simply aren't worth the effort. Being single means you no longer have to navigate disagreements, miscommunications, or the emotional roller coaster of dealing with a partner's issues. Instead, you can enjoy a life that's free from unnecessary emotional strain, which contributes to better mental health overall. Ultimately, emotional freedom is key to living a fulfilling and happy life. In old age, the absence of relationship stress means you can focus on your own emotional needs, foster a deeper sense of self-love, and enjoy the peace that comes from emotional independence. For Ruth, being single wasn't just a lifestyle change, it was a gateway to emotional healing and growth. By freeing herself from an unhealthy relationship, she found the emotional clarity and tranquility she had long been searching for. In doing so, she embraced a new chapter of happiness and fulfillment. Insight number 4: better health and wellness. Being single in old age often means having more time and energy to focus on your personal health and wellness. Without the distractions or stresses that can come from managing a relationship, you have the freedom to prioritize your own physical, mental, and emotional well-being. You're able to set health goals without compromise. Whether it's committing to daily exercise, preparing nutritious meals, or simply taking the time to care for yourself in ways that work best for you. The ability to focus on your body and mind can have a profound impact on your overall health as you age. Take the story of Tom, a 70-year-old man who had been living alone since his wife passed away. Before her passing, Tom had always struggled to find the time and motivation to maintain a healthy lifestyle. His wife's health issues often took precedence, and Tom found himself putting his own needs aside. However, after she passed, Tom decided to take control of his health. He began a daily walking routine, focused on eating a balanced diet, and took up yoga for both physical and mental clarity. He found that the more he invested in himself, the better he felt both physically and emotionally. Many older adults find that their later years are the perfect time to pursue new skills or interests they never had the time for when they were raising families or focusing on a career. This continued pursuit of learning and personal growth not only enriches your life, but also helps keep your mind sharp and your spirit engaged. Ultimately, more time for personal interests is not just about having fun, it's about finding a sense of purpose and fulfillment that continues to inspire you as you age. For Geraldine, rediscovering painting wasn't just a hobby. It became a form of self-expression that gave her life a new direction and excitement. The ability to invest time in things that matter to you without distraction or obligation allows you to experience the joy of constant growth, exploration, and personal enrichment. Being single in old age offers the freedom to live life according to your own terms, ensuring that your golden years are not only about living but about thriving. Insight number 6: peace and quiet. One of the most underrated benefits of being single in old age is the peace and quiet that comes with living alone. Without the noise, chatter, and potential conflict of a partner, your home becomes a sanctuary, an environment where you can fully relax, recharge, and find inner peace. You no longer have to navigate the complexities of interpersonal dynamics, and the result is a quieter, more serene space where you can truly unwind and enjoy the tranquility that life has to offer. This peaceful living environment contributes to a more balanced, harmonious lifestyle. Take the story of Alice, a 72-year-old woman who, after years of marriage, found herself living alone following her husband's passing. At first, Alice felt the emptiness of the house, missing the constant presence of someone else. However, over time, she began to embrace the quiet. She filled her home with soft music, lit candles and revisited books and paintings she had long neglected without the ongoing noise of conversations or disagreements. Alice found herself thinking more clearly and sleeping better at night. Her once chaotic life had been replaced by a calm, peaceful existence that allowed her to truly appreciate the beauty of solitude. Alice realized that she was thriving in her quiet space, enjoying every moment of the stillness. The absence of constant noise and demands allows for a level of peace that can't be replicated in a busy household. Whether it's the freedom to sit in silence without interruptions, enjoy a warm cup of tea while watching the sunset, or simply meditate and reflect. Living alone gives you the space to cultivate a calm environment that nourishes your soul. There's no pressure to engage in constant conversation or cater to someone else's moods, allowing you to enjoy your home and your time in a way that brings you comfort and joy. This peace and quiet aren't just about enjoying a serene environment. They also promote better mental and emotional health. Studies show that a calm and peaceful home can reduce stress, enhance concentration, and improve overall well-being for those who have experienced years of relationship stress. The quiet of living alone can provide a much-needed reset, offering a chance to heal and find mental clarity. Alice, for example, found that her ability to reflect and focus on her thoughts without distractions led to a more harmonious life. The quiet space gave her the mental freedom to process her emotions, heal from past experiences, and embrace a new chapter. Ultimately, peace and quiet in old age lead to a more balanced and harmonious life. Living alone allows you to cultivate an environment that reflects your inner needs, where you can relax, reflect, and nurture your well-being. For Alice, her peaceful living space became a source of strength and happiness, proving that sometimes solitude is exactly what we need to thrive. By creating a tranquil atmosphere, free from the chaos of constant interaction, you can enjoy a more centered and fulfilling life, making your later years not only peaceful, but truly joyful. Insight number 7. Relationships without the pressure in old age. One of the most liberating aspects of being single is the ability to form real relationships and friendships without the pressures of romance or long-term commitment. The freedom to connect with others purely based on shared interests, companionship, and mutual respect allows for meaningful and fulfilling connections. There's no need to worry about meeting societal expectations or navigating the complexities of romantic relationships. Relationships can simply be what they are. Friendships. This freedom removes stress and allows you to cultivate deeper, more authentic bonds with others on your own terms. Consider the story of Robert, an 80-year-old man who has been widowed for several years. Robert enjoys a close-knit group of friends he's made over time, all of whom share a love of gardening and outdoor activities. Although he occasionally gets invited to events where people inquire about his romantic life, Robert has found comfort in his friendships rather than seeking another romantic relationship. Robert spends his weekends gardening with friends, enjoying casual dinners and laughing over old memories. These friendships give him the companionship he craves, without the expectation of romance or the burden of managing a partner's needs. He has learned that there's a certain joy and peace in relationships that come without the added pressure of commitment, without the pressure to find a partner or maintain a romantic relationship. Single seniors have the opportunity to deepen existing friendships. They can invest time and energy into people who bring positivity and happiness into their lives without feeling the need to constantly prove themselves or meet someone else's expectations. This leads to relationships built on genuine connection rather than obligation, whether it's forming a book club with friends, attending weekly group activities, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee with someone who shares your interest. These relationships can be rich and deeply satisfying. the freedom of relationships without pressure. One of the most powerful aspects of companionship without romantic expectations is the sense of freedom. It brings, you can enjoy the benefits of meaningful connections without the complexities of navigating a romantic relationship. There's no need to worry about emotional baggage, misunderstandings, or the sacrifices that romance often demands. Instead, you can simply enjoy the moment, the company and the joy of being with people who enrich your life. There is a sense of relief in knowing that the relationships you nurture are based on your desires and needs, without feeling the weight of societal or romantic expectations. For Robert, these stress-free friendships have become a cornerstone of his happiness. He no longer feels the need to search for a romantic partner, because he has found everything he needs in the relationships he has cultivated. The time and energy he once devoted to romantic pursuits are now used to enjoy companionship with people who share his love for life and gardening. The joy of companionship on your own terms is invaluable. Relationships in old age can be a source of deep fulfillment, proving that true connection isn't bound by the expectations of romance. Conclusion, as we've seen, being single in old age offers many unexpected benefits, from the freedom to live life on your own terms to cultivating peaceful and fulfilling relationships. Whether it's the autonomy to manage your finances, the joy of pursuing personal interests, or the tranquility of a quiet home, being single allows you to embrace a life of freedom, balance, and happiness. So if you're enjoying your golden years solo, remember, sometimes being on your own is exactly what you need to truly thrive. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know, do you agree with the insights shared today? Drop a 9 if you resonate with these ideas, or a 0 if you think differently. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, take care and enjoy the peace of your own company.